For 75 years now, corporate profit over their total value has been decreasing. That means corporations are really good at accumulating money, but increasingly worse at deploying that money, at making money with money. This is really serious. Pharmaceutical companies don't know how to make drugs. They only know how to acquire companies that do. Google even is no longer a technology company. Google became Alphabet. It's a holding company. Google's new business is buying and selling technology companies. They bought a robot company, now they sold the robot company. So they might as well be Goldman Sachs or Merrill Lynch or somebody. They are a meta company now because they don't know how to create value. That's because they're using a bankrupt method. They're using a 13th century corporate operating system to run digitally enabled businesses. What I'm arguing is that 13th century model is obsolete. It was based on going to South America and enslaving people and taking their precious metals. It doesn't work for a digital economy. It doesn't work for an economy where people are buying and selling and trading and making videos and exchanging value. And if you want to do well, if you want to actually make money, you have a better shot of it by creating circulating value. Think eBay, not Amazon. Think Bitcoin, not Uber. And you're slightly on the path. It's a peer-to-peer networked economy that we're moving into. If you can conceive of that, if you can get yourself out of the frame of mind where you want to get to ring the bell on the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, you're not going to get to do that. I promise you, you're not. That's not the way to go. You don't want to sell your business. You want to run your business and make money doing your business. And you have such a better chance of becoming a true millionaire and doing it in a way that's not taking value from other people, but is actually promoting business activity on a wider scale and on a more distributed scale than was possible back in the Middle Ages.
Any new area that the shareable economy has entered is disrupting what has been an old way of doing things. Sort of 21st century disruptive technologies that are challenging 20th centuries of how people interact with each other.
Law is what we make it. It is this continuous conversation within society. And people who push the law, who change technologies, are changing law by changing what society values, prioritizes, and thinks about.
By 2020, it's estimated that 40% of the entire workforce population of the United States will be technically freelance.
It's this great risk shift, right? Where businesses have reordered themselves so that they do not have to bear any risk. When we look at subcontractors, temp workers, independent contractors across the board, how are we going to protect these people who we call non-workers?
It's very fluid, which I think is not something that people really experience before as an option for income. And they can make it financially possible for themselves to be free from the requirements of a rigid job.
We're kind of at a moment similar to like what happened in the Industrial Revolution when factories started to become a big employer. Like there wasn't worker protections, and the institutions to support them haven't really emerged yet, but are emerging.
That shift doesn't mean that these companies are only about creating community. At the end of the day, you can't run a business unless you are making money.
It's important that people really believe what they're saying when they say sharing economy, not this is a nice buzzword for me to get a huge valuation and shovel a bunch of money in my pocket.
Sustainability and altruism runs around 5th on the list of things on why they're in this space. In the end, people want to use this because it's fast and cheap.
You know, the 90s was about getting people online. And the 2000s was about connecting people online with things like Facebook and social networks. And I think the next decade of companies will be about connecting people offline.
As connected as we are today, a lot of people still feel disconnected. It's like that person with 5,000 friends on Facebook but still eating alone. And we want to leverage the power of the internet and technology to be able to bridge that online-offline divide.
This isn't just technology-driven change or increases in efficiency. I mean, it's a confluence of a bunch of different factors. We've got the technology, we've got the economic drivers, we've got the sociological drivers. And so to me, this is here to stay, and this is going to be huge.
I don't think we are even close to living up to our full potential. I think we are seeing the smallest sliver of the iceberg of what we could do. And that's what makes me so excited. We are so early into this, and we're doing a decent job with like what we know today. You have not seen anything yet.
The economy isn't something out there abstract. It's our creation, and if we created it, we can recreate it.
I don't know if I would say the sharing economy can save the world, but I can say that we can save the world, and I think the sharing will be an enormous part of it.
In the end, it's not going to be a peer economy or a sharing economy or a collaborative economy. It's just going to be called an economy.